Morning, everybody. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Thank you all for being here. If you'd please rise and join for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, welcome everybody. What a great turnout. So first thing we're going to do today is a proclamation for National Month of Community Service and Make a Difference Day here in Douglas County. I'm going to ask Commissioner Boyce to introduce this. Commissioner Boyce brought this to us a few years back and has been involved in it quite a bit. So I'm going to have him kind of introduce it. I'm going to ask that he'd read the proclamation and hand out the certificates. We're going to take some photos and then I'll have a few folks get up and talk about their projects. So Commissioner Boyce.
So thank you. This was actually brought to my attention a few years ago by Tim Jewett and some folks who recognize the importance of volunteerism throughout the community and the fact that we had a fair amount of that going on already and wanted to organize a way to recognize those efforts, but also to sort of match the volunteer spirit with the projects in the community that needed to be done. And this was born out of that a few years ago. And October is recognized as the National Month of Community Service, a time dedicated to inspiring volunteerism and strengthening local communities through collective action. As part of this national initiative, Douglas County proudly celebrates Make a Difference Day, uniting residents, organizations, and businesses to give back through service projects that improve neighborhoods and support those in need. From park cleanups and food drives to mentoring programs and community beautification efforts, Make a Difference Day showcases the power of teamwork and compassion. Every act of service, big or small, contributes to a stronger, more connected Douglas County. We invite you to join us in making a lasting impact. Volunteer, lend a hand, and help make Douglas County a place where community spirit thrives year-round. And to kick that off, we're going to start with our proclamation for National Month of Community Service and Make a Difference Day in Douglas County. Whereas we acknowledge that October is designated as National Month of Community Service, featuring a nationwide movement for the largest national day of community service known as National Make a Difference Day. This event has been an integral part of local communities across the United States since its inception in 1992. And whereas we also recognize that National Make a Difference Day has been designated to be the fourth Saturday of October each year, and we are honored to help celebrate and support the fourth annual Make a Difference Day, Douglas County, on Saturday, October 25th, 2025. And whereas as commissioners, we are committed to supporting community projects that promise civility, kindness, and respect for everyone, we aim to collectively act on this commitment by actively encouraging our residents to serve others through volunteerism. And whereas we recognize that numerous local service organizations share a strong desire for Douglas County residents to come together and serve their community, particularly by supporting our most under-resourced, disadvantaged, and physically challenged individuals. And whereas we believe that volunteering to serve others is a powerful way to bring unity and respect among people of all religions, beliefs, ethnicities, economic backgrounds, and nationalities. And whereas we recognize that volunteering to serve others, even if just a few months a month, a few hours a month, fosters pride, self-investment, and sense of personal ownership in one's community, while also bringing joy, fulfillment, and an enhanced sense of purpose. And whereas a study by the Corporation for National and Community Service titled "The Health Benefits of Volunteering" reveals that individuals who volunteer experience lower rates of cancer, heart disease, and depression later in life compared to non-volunteers, and that the positive effects of volunteering have a greater impact on their lives than their socioeconomic status. And whereas today we celebrate the outstanding efforts of the Make a Difference Day Douglas County's Planning Committee, location managers, service groups, and volunteers, and now therefore we, the Douglas County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the month of October as National Month of Community Service and designate October 25th, 2025 as Make a Difference Day in Douglas County, and encourage our citizens to volunteer in our community with service projects that make Douglas County a better place to live, work, and play.
Thank you very much. So you've got a list there, so let's do a couple I'll go through the proclamation presentations, and then I'll have some folks get up and talk about the work they're doing.
Alrighty,
Commissioner
so
Bush, you okay to hand those out for us?
let's get started here with the Make a Difference Day. So we have our kind of executive board for that, which is Jerry Medler, who is the campaign chair. Tim Jewett, who is the retired former chair and founder. And then Mike Schofield. So, go ahead and come on up.
Are you? See you again. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we'll go with those.
So if you look right up here, ready? Smile. Couple of my phone. Where's our backup? Okay, ready? Smile. Perfect, thank you.
All right, Jerry and Tim, go ahead and stay up there. So it takes quite a few people to put this event together. So the rest of the planning committee includes Chelsea Duncan from Roseburg Public Schools, Julie Anselmo from UCAN, I am so sorry. Debbie Blocker, Rebecca Warren from Thrive Umpqua, Jennifer Dassler Colwell from Just Serve, Jane Moritz from Sunrise Enterprises, Ken Madison, Billy Maddox from Kiwanis of Roseburg, Tracy Maddox from Kiwanis of Roseburg, Jessica Saxto, Eric Wood from UCAN, and Richard Baby from Salvation Army. If I called your name, please go ahead and come on up and we'll get started.
Is there any others that are part of that group that you didn't call?
I think the rest of them are sites.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say your last name for me.
Anselmo.
Good to see you.
Right.
I think we can get them all squeezed in there.
Sure.
Here.
Smile. Okay, ready? Smile. Perfect, thank you.
Alrighty, so,
Anyone else?
yep, we have site locations now.
Okay.
So the program sites that are part of the Make a Difference Day included, if I call your name or your organization, please come on up and see Commissioner Horace. Sleep in Heavenly Peace, Tracy Grauer. Clyde Elementary Paw Patch, Jaylee Osana Bullock. Roseburg Parks and Recreation, Shanna Epperson. Sunny Slope Elementary, Dan Endicott. Umpqua Valley Farm to School, Aaron Maidlow. Habitat for Humanity, Curtis Gordon. UCAN Head Start, David Comer Jr. HIV Alliance, Alana Lenahan. Sunrise Enterprises, Jane Moritz. Saving Grace Pet Adoption Center, Fern Weatherman and Cynthia Deemers. Roseburg Family Search Center, Mike Schofield. Roseburg Veterans Facility, Tracy Palmer. Roseburg First Presbyterian Church, Connie Johnson. Yep, I failed. Roseburg First United Methodist Church, Pastor Pam Palmer. Umpqua Valley Festival of Lights, Santa's Village, Tabitha Lehman. And City of Drain, Jenny Stevens. Also with us, there was invited, I believe we have Patrick Hull from the VA.
See you, sir.
The executive director. Is there anybody else that's here on behalf of the site organizations? All right.
Actually, do you mind coming over this side? There we go.
Bounce it out.
You can squeeze in.
Perfect.
I'm not shy.
Okay, so look right up here. Smile. Okay, ready? Smile. All right, thank you.
All right, and everybody, so stay here, and we want everybody that's here for Make a Difference
So
Day
some
all in
folks
one
can
big
go up
photo.
top.
We'll need some at the top.
Come on up, Walter. Neil Downey.
So the key thing Dean, just make sure you can see my face and then the camera can pick up
Push
yours.
in there a little bit, that away.
Can I trade you some?
Yes, you
may, yes.
I'm like, I can't see her at all.
Down at the window.
I'll have you scoot a little closer towards the ground.
Remember this?
Come back.
Actually, no,
A little bit better.
actually, can you come down below here?
You're just too tall. Right, get that law, don't you?
Sorry about that, thank you. We'll have that right there. Okay. Alright, you can see everybody now. Look right up here at my finger, ready? Smile. Here, smile. Alright, thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
And it's okay, Tim?
I'll call you up when it's time.
Okay.
Okay, here's the signature. Here.
So I'm actually gonna start with Director Hull from the VA. Say a few words about the work you're going on, and I know you're always pretty articulate and have lots of good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I mean, all of you. You know, I've been here about 2.5 years now, and coming into the organization, I've met with many of you about the building blocks of a healthcare system. And so often we forget people. We forget about building blocks that really say, what is the facility about? And the depiction of a facility. When I came on the site, I noticed there was this space, where did Tracy go? As I came in to interview, and I went through it, the gate, and I said, wow, that's really pretty, I really love that. Facility management's doing a good job. Well, I learned that it was your group that did that, correct? And the volunteers coming in. So it was very impressive. And then as I was walking through some briefings, I learned about all of the different projects that you've been doing over the years and will continue to do for the VA that are just a way of expressing thank you to veterans, but also healthcare is seen through people's eyes when they walk through. They walk on a campus, they see weeds, they see buildings that are kind of neglected. And think 2 years ago when I walked on the campus, there was weeds this tall, there was areas that weren't doing so well. And then to learn about the community that you all have built to help thank our veterans, but also show the community that VA Roseburg has high quality and continuity of care that's just outstanding. So your work, your effort has made a difference. And our campus is a community campus, and now we have workout stations going on. And so there will be around there for people walking through. And I had stopped a group of people walking through the campus, and I'll be quiet here real quick because my wife's telling me in my head, you gotta stop talking. I was walking down the pathway and I said, why do you come through the campus? And 2 ladies said to me, it's beautiful and it's safe. So it's your organization that's made that way. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you to the community and for all of you and giving me a little time to speak.
Thank you for coming and doing that, we appreciate it. So, planning committee, you have a designated person you'd like to come, Jerry, you wanna come up and say a few words about the organization and what you got going on? And then, and I'm also gonna see if there's any site location folks when you get done that wanna come up and talk about.
Well, thank you, commissioners, for your continuing support of Make a Difference Day. That's great. I'd like to thank Tim Jewett, who was the brainchild of this whole organization and the inspiration and dedication to get it going. And then we have a great planning committee, which we have a lot of talent. So they're the backbone of our committee. I appreciate them. And then United Way supports us with the other being kind of our umbrella for our planning committee. So I think service, which I believe is just love, an expression of love, is a great antidote for a lot of the problems we're having in our nation and throughout the world. And whether it's seen or unseen, big or small, service benefits not only the recipient but the giver also. And we're focused basically on one day a year, but we would encourage everybody to look for ways to serve in their life. Look for maybe a small thing like a smile at a stranger or a kind word or something that would help them. And I think that will make a big difference in our life. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for what you're doing. Site location folks, does anybody wanna come up and? Chelsea? Wanna write something about it?
I'm Fern, I'm from Saving Grace Humane Society. I've been in the volunteer coordinator position for about a little over 3 months now. I've worked at Saving Grace for a little over 4 years. But I would say that your guys' Make a Difference Day, I've seen a few of them since I've been there. This position was left vacant for about 7 months, so we really lost a lot of traction with our volunteer program, but you guys coming out is really helping us, especially since we're kind of getting it going again. And volunteers, whether it's from our organization or from another organization, they're really what makes the backbone of what we do. We couldn't do the work without them. I don't think any of us would be able to take care of all the animals in the community without having folks come out and volunteer. So I also encourage a lot of people to volunteer, whether it's at Saving Grace. If you love animals, don't want to have to take them home, it's a great way to come out and just cuddle them for a day or help make a difference in their lives. And then also we have community outreach programs, microchip vaccine clinics, things like that. Really makes a difference, or volunteering for the VA. Lots of different places to help out, but makes a difference and you feel good and you can help out.
Thank you. Any other the site location folks? Sure? All right, so I wanna just take a quick minute on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and thank you for what you do in the community. Somebody asked me the other day why we take the time to highlight these things, at our commissioner meetings, and it was a pretty simple answer. Oftentimes we get to see and deal with some things that are difficult in the community. Getting to see the positive stuff really inspires us to continue to do the work we do and to try to do better. So you guys are inspiring a lot of people with the work you're doing. The projects you're doing, of course, help people, sort of in the real sense, but broader than that, what you're doing and stepping up and volunteering is inspiring. So thank you for what you do. We appreciate you being here. As always, you're welcome to take just a few minutes if you wanna go get to work and do stuff. We've only got a couple agenda items, so it won't take long if you wanna stay for the meeting. It's a public meeting, but I'm gonna see if the other commissioners have anything they'd like to say before we wrap up and move on to the rest of the agenda.
Just thank you again, Tim, for bringing this to us in the first place and for all of you who participate. It's exciting at the end of this month every year to see the projects completed and what's been done. And we have an opportunity to come out and participate as well. So thank you guys for doing it.
Yeah, I just say that, we as commissioners and actually the citizens of Douglas County are really lucky because we live in this place, because we have so many people that care and wanna do something and make a difference, and you make our job easier. And so, it's just makes everything a special place for that, and thank you for all you do.
Tim?
Yes, Jennifer would like to actually address them.
I just wanted to real quickly mention that this is our.
Come on up.
Yeah,
We're not rushing.
catches your voice up here.
I just
got a
wanted-
text when we're not standing under there, the mic doesn't pick up as
Oh.
good, so the guy that runs the meeting just texted me that need you to come onto the mic.
I'm here. I was just gonna say a couple sentences. I wanted to point out, we've made an effort, this is our 4th event, and we appreciate your support all 4 years. We've made an effort to expand, find projects in areas besides just Roseburg itself. And so I was excited, just yesterday, we finalized a project with the city of Reedsport. So we've expanded to Reedsport. They're gonna be cleaning up their bicentennial park. We also have a project this year with the city of Drain, so we've moved north a little bit, and then we have 2 projects in Glide this year. So we're excited that we're trying to reach the outlying areas and not just have it be in Roseburg. We need, a total of about 300 volunteers for the 17 projects that we have, and we're getting there, but they tend to come in the last couple weeks, and that's where we are at this point. So we appreciate your support and helping us get the word out.
We certainly
Thank you.
appreciate it, thank you. All right, so we'll move on with the agenda. The next agenda item, just our consent agenda, we have some contract extensions. Again, if you need to step out, it's fine. And a bid rejection, so I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Motion second, questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Agenda item number 3 is citizens' questions and comments. Anybody online, Jen?
Nobody.
Anybody here in the building like to come forward? Seeing none, we'll move to the agenda item. Agenda item, right page here, number 4 is a senior service department item. And it's a contract, so are you taking care of that today?
Sure, yeah, I can do that. This is a contract between Douglas County and SBN Foods LLC, and it's in the amount of $784,972. It's for fiscal year 2025-2026. They provide our hot and frozen meals for the congregate dining and our home deliveries. And this contract is estimated to approximately 82,000 plus meals. The contractor is going to purchase, prepare, and package these stores meetings for each dining site. So this will be for all our dining sites in Glendale, Glide, Reedsport, Riddle, Sutherland, Winston, and Yoncalla. So and then the contractor will prepare the food at the North Bend location and get them to us at all the others. So this contract meets the standards of the Older Americans Act, and I would move to approve this contract.
Second.
So a motion, a second, couple of things to add. So commonly the food program is sort of nicknamed Meals on Wheels. Although there's Meals on Wheels that does Roseburg proper, through a different organization. Outside of that, the county senior department, along with a bunch of volunteers, do the meal site, dining sites and the delivery program. And I believe we're up quite a bit on the meals, the number of meals we're purchasing. The demand continues to increase. I know there was some concern when we were doing our budget that there might have been some cuts to the program, but in fact, I think we increased the number of meals this year, so this is good to see. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. Commissioner Boyce?
Aye.
Commissioner Kress?
Aye.
Chair votes aye and the motion passes. Commissioner comments?
Nothing for me.
Nothing to do either.
I'll just give a little teaser. Next week, we're gonna be honoring one of our staff members that won a statewide award. And it's gonna be, it's pretty impressive, the work that this staff person has done. So I look forward to doing that next week. So thank you all for being here. Meeting adjourned.